The official launch event, if you haven't seen the recording, is highly recommended. And then we also asked you to start developing your root cause analysis and to really review what you put into your application. Now, some of you may have received an invitation to join without, even though you hadn't done an application. You will have to do one, and sooner rather than later, we'll come back to that. If you are one of those persons, you'll be receiving an email from us very soon. Now, today is the discovery day. We're going to practice the 5 whys technique in groups. Note takers are going to record attendance and participation. Now, you are a note taker. You may not know it, but each of you will have the opportunity to volunteer for your group to take notes. And for this, we recommend that it be a person who is comfortable on a laptop, who has a good Wi-Fi connection, and of course, who is a good note taker. You know who you are in this group. There's a lot of talent, there's a lot of experience. So each group will have to figure out who that person is in their group. And then the third point is particularly important. Each time we do a peer learning exercise like this, we have some of the most diligent participants who miss this requirement, is that we will be sharing during the session a link to give feedback on the session, and this is required. So do stay attuned for the moment when we will share this link so that you can go and share your feedback. And of course, today, alongside this session, we know it's a big time commitment. It is 3 hours we're going to spend together. We urge you to continue working on your project because it is due Friday. Tomorrow, we will dive deeper into root cause analysis. One of our obsessions is this the real root cause, or can we dig some more to get to the root cause? We'll again use the same process, and we'll ask you for feedback again. And again, we continue to work on your project. Now, on Thursday, this is where we'll be launching what we call the remote coffee. So you'll be receiving an email inviting you to connect with one fellow participant, and another participant will be receiving an email asking them to connect with you. And this is social. So the goal is for you to connect with someone else in Nigeria who is participating in the collaborative and to get to know them. So it is a social activity. We do ask you to tell us how it went, but most of all, we want you to enjoy meeting others in the collaborative. And then Thursday, we already mentioned the peer support session, and Thursday's peer support session is really, really important. If you are having any problems at all doing your root cause analysis, writing it up, join that session. Charlotte will be there to help you. There will be guides as well who will be here to help you, and you can get help if you need it. But there is another reason to join, and that is if you want to help your colleagues who may be struggling. And that is really the spirit that we hope will emerge to instill from the collaborative. Then day 5, Friday, this Friday, this week is very important. We'll be asking you to submit your own root cause analysis. So this has to be your own individual work, and we'll be sharing instructions after this session on exactly how to do that. And that is when we'll start peer review. So I'll give you a sneak preview of the peer review platform. So you'll need to go onto the platform, submit your document, and then you'll find 3 works as soon as they become available, submitted by your colleagues, and they'll be asking you for feedback for you to help them to figure out how to improve their root cause analyses. That takes us to Monday, the 29th of July, and there we have a peer support session while everyone is working on their peer reviews. We have another general assembly to discuss and to help you with the process of peer reviewing the works of others. Now, some of you may be very familiar with peer review and have worked on scientific papers or other things that where peer review is part of the process and everybody understands it. In this case, peer review will be very simple, but very practical to help you really give feedback anonymously to a colleague, and we'll be discussing that in the General Assembly on Tuesday. I'll stop on Wednesday because we first need to get through the first few days, and what I can tell you is that after day 10, only participants who have submitted their 3 peer reviews will be able to continue the exercise. In the same way, after Friday, only participants who will be able to submit their root cause analyses will be able to continue the exercise. So there is a very clear and very simple cutoff point to in which for which there can be no extension. I'm going to ask Charlotte to explain why we cannot grant in a peer learning exercise where everyone is dependent on feedback from everyone else. Why are we not able to grant extensions in this program?
Yes, Fred, I think you've already said it, because the progress of your peers depend on you. And so if you are not able to submit your work on time, it means that your peers can't do theirs as well, because they are relying on you, on your project, on your peer reviews too, to do their own work. So we depend on each other. And if we are not able to commit and fulfill our own engagements, the others are affected. So it's important to respect the deadlines.